MT1138 here, and this is my Friday pickup video. Now this is one of those weeks where I would not have picked much up if it wasn't for one particular stop. And it's a video game store that's just a little bit off my normal route, and I don't very often go there, except occasionally on my lunch hour I'll take a stop just to see what they have. Now this week it actually paid off, and I found some really good stuff there, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But first I want to show you a few things I picked up from other places. Then I'll get back to this. I got a couple of Atari 5200 games, $1 a piece. I got Centipede and Missile Command, which I was surprised that I didn't have, but I do now. Then I stopped at... I don't remember where I stopped. And I don't remember how much I paid, but it wasn't much, because I don't pay much for games. I got Top Gear Hyperbike, complete in the box for the Nintendo 64. And this was from... God, I'm so bad at this. I stopped so many places during the week, I can't remember half the time where I got these things. And this is not really a game that I was all that interested in. Oh, half-price books, $1.99. I got Wild Arms 2, which I don't know a whole lot about, but I remember people mention it. It is in fantastic condition, but there's no manual. For $1.99, I figure I will give it a shot, and if it's absolutely terrible, I'll sell it or trade it off. Then I'm going to show you two games that you're going to think, wow, these are great. You should have saved these for the end. But the other pickup was so fantastic, I got to show that last. That and there's so much of it. These two games I got at a particular store that I go to quite a bit. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I've got enough viewers now that I'm afraid eventually somebody might see it and tell them what they're doing wrong. So I'm not going to tell you where I got these. It is a place, though, that frequently misprices things. This is one of those instances, and I'll tell you what I think they did, and that should give you an idea of what the price is for those of you that know prices on things. But I picked up Super Mario All-Stars, which I don't have, and I think they mistakenly priced it as Super Mario World, because there was a copy of Super Mario World there, and this was priced exactly the same. I don't know. That's what I think happened. And I think the same thing happened with this. R-Type 3, which for those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, you know I like shoot 'em ups, and this is one that was on my list that's a pricey game. Very difficult to come by. I have never seen it in the wild before. I saw this sitting there, and it is priced at what I usually see Super R-Type priced at. So I'm thinking that they looked it up and got Super R-Type for this by mistake. So two mistakes in my favor equal happy Ed. Those were very cheap, awesome. Yeah, I cannot express how happy I am to get R-Type 3 that cheap. Now, on to the mega pickup that happened on Tuesday. Like I said before, I don't stop at this one a lot because it's kind of out of my way. There's another video game store on that route that I will stop at pretty frequently because it's right in line with where I drive. This one is about 10 minutes round trip out of my way, but like I said, every once in a while I'll stop by on my lunch. I'll take my lunch early, hit this one up, and it really did pay off. I was going through their bargain tables. They have these tables stacked up and a rack off to the side, and basically it's all the cheap games. And normally they mark their games with these tags, and like the most expensive one is $3. The least expensive one now is 50 cents. And I go through and pick and just find games that I might be interested in buying cheap. And I grabbed a couple of NES games to start with. Clax. Dick Tracy. And a game that I had never heard of before, but it uses the Nintendo Zapper, Freedom Force. Always happy to get another Zapper game. I love light gun games. Everybody loves light gun games. Then I picked up a few NES game or Super NES games. I picked up a cartridge that's in terrible condition. He had a handwritten price on a little label on here that said 25 cents. It's got label residue, and the label's torn off the front and the back, and it's just hideous. He said he didn't even try to figure out what it was. It was in such bad shape, he just marked it as a quarter and threw it out there. So chances are this won't work, because I can't believe the guy didn't test it out, but whatever. I got Young Merlin, and then Wizardry 5 for the SNES. So I grabbed these games. I took them up with me. Boy, where are all these games here? I took them up with me, set them on the counter, and as he is typing all the prices in, I happen to look down, and I see like a box that is almost perfectly CD-sized, probably made for CDs, that's probably why. and it had a bunch of loose disc games in white sleeves. And the one that was in front is this right here, Twisted Game Show for the 3DO. And I don't know if you can tell, but oops, that is an orange sticker, which is a new color for him, and it's marked 50 cents. And there were a whole bunch of games in there. I went through and I grabbed 7 more games here for the Sega CD. I think they're for the Sega CD and the Dreamcast are what all these are for. I will show you those on my pickup video. Oh, forgot about this one. Show you this one on my Sega pickup video too, which, you know what? I got to do that Sega pickup video soon. I haven't been picking much stuff up for Sega here recently. All of this stuff has been sitting here for months, and I've got so much stuff I'm actually considering doing separate pickup videos. I mean, literally, I have so much stuff it will take me an hour to do a pickup video on all of it, so that'll be coming soon. But anyway, so I grab these discs and I throw them on the counter, and he's going through them, and he says, "Wow, you know, you've been in here a lot. I've noticed you picking up a lot of stuff for the retro systems. Are you a collector?" I explained to him that yes, I am. "Do you collect for the Commodore 64? And I said, yes. I said, I collect for pretty much all the retro systems except for the Magnavox Odyssey and the APF MP1000 because I don't have those. And he's like, well, I've never even heard of those. So he mentions to me that he has a bunch of old retro games that nobody ever wants to buy stacked up behind this other counter in the back of the store. I've never noticed them before. I go back there, but I've just never noticed them. There were some Sega CD games. I had all of them. There were some Sega Saturn games. I had all of those. And then there were like the really old retro stuff. Commodore 64 games, ColecoVision games, Atari 2600 and 7800 games, all kinds of games. And in particular, the Commodore 64 games, there was a huge stack of them. And I went through them, and I'm going to show you what I picked out here first. And this is going to take a while. I apologize. You're going to get tired of seeing me hold things up, but Frogmaster, Super Smash, what did I grab? Oh, Jupiter Lander, Pole Position, Pinball Spectacular, Centipede, Radar Rat Race, Moon Patrol, Jungle Hunt, Dig Dug, Kickman, Galaxian, Le Mans, Battlezone, Buck Rogers and the Planet of Zoom, Jumpman Jr., Frogger, Popeye, a game that I don't know how to pronounce, but Gateway to whatever that is. And then I grabbed this one. There were a bunch of other games there, not games, but cartridges there, but they were mostly programs. There was Balance Your Money, Do Your This, whatever that. And then there was this one here. And I'm pretty sure I know what this is. If there's anybody out there that is more familiar with Commodore 64, please let me know if I'm wrong. But it is called The Final Cartridge 3. And it's got this generic-looking label on it, which looked very familiar to me. And then it's got a freeze and reset button with a little indicator light. And hey, it's almost going to focus. And what I believe this is, if I remember correctly, is a cartridge to help discs load faster. This actually speeds up loading times on discs. Don't know how it works, but I believe that's what this is. Please let me know if you know otherwise. So I grabbed all of those, and then I went through some of the other games, and there are other games that I'm going to go back and get, but I didn't have enough money on me that particular day, or at least I didn't think I did. Turns out I probably did. I also grabbed Star Wars the arcade game for the ColecoVision. So I took all this and set it up on the counter where I had all my other stuff stacked up, so a total of, I don't know, a whole bunch of games. And I threw out a number at him that I thought he would refuse, and he didn't. He accepted it. So I ended up getting all of these games for just about $1 a piece. Try finding Commodore 64 cartridges, even loose, on eBay for less than $3 or $4 a piece, plus shipping. I mean, you're not going to see many cartridges on there for cheap. So really, if you factor in all of this stuff I got and then figure out the price, I got it really cheap. And that is fantastic. Very happy. Now, that was it. That is all the stuff that I got. Wanted to ask you guys, I'm going to have a little bit of time this weekend to work on a project. And I'm probably going to shoot video regardless of which project I work on. I hope. My plans might end up changing this weekend, so we'll see. But would you guys rather see a video first on that Turbo Express right here being repaired? or on me doing the control panel for my MAME arcade machine. Probably going to do one of the two of them. Just curious which one you guys would like to see first. I should probably do the Turbo Express first because that's the thing I'm going to sell, but I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know which one you'd like to see. All right, I believe that's it. Just look forward to my massively huge Sega pickup video coming up here soon because I'm tired of looking at all this stuff stacked around me. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, I have here that mystery cart for the Super Nintendo. We're going to plug it in here, check it out, and see what it is. Oh, fudge. Give it a little blowjob there. Yes, pun intended. Flip her on. Wow, that comes right on. God, this looks terrible on... The heck is that? Oh, Double Dragon 5. Sweet. Man, it looks terrible on an LCD screen though.